Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase star Mark Labbett, known as the Beast, offered up a rare compliment to a famous face on the ITV show. In a memorable moment from Saturday's The Chase, Mark Labbett, famed as the Beast, imparted a heartfelt message to one of the star contestants. In the episode, which first aired last year, Mark pitted his wits against celebrities Raj Bisram, Danielle Harold, John Conte, and Roger Black in pursuit of a charity jackpot. Following successful cash accumulation by the Antiques Roadshow expert and EastEnders star, former professional boxer John Conte stepped up to face Mark. The boxing veteran, at 74, managed to answer 3 questions correctly, potentially bolstering the team's funds by £3,000. Ahead of the showdown, Mark gave a nod to the boxing titan's standing, as reported by Edinburgh Live, declaring, "Good evening, John. It's not often I say this, but it's an honor, sir, to meet you." An affirming murmur filled the studio after Mark's homage, as John acknowledged the sentiment. Host Brady Walsh also paid tribute, saying, "He loves his boxing." To which Mark responded with a touch of humor, "Right. That's the last compliment you'll get." Unfortunately for John, his journey ended there, as Mark managed to defeat him in the chase. The finale saw Raj, Danielle, and Roger up against the formidable Chaser for an impressive £120,000, with Roger choosing to accept Mark's high-stakes challenge. The trio carved out a 3-step head start and managed to answer 11 questions correctly, setting a target of 14 for Mark to beat. Mark Labbett, also known as the Beast, caught the team with a significant 47 seconds to spare on the clock during the nail-biting final chase. Reflecting on the contestants' performance, the veteran chaser remarked, "I'm sorry guys, the way they broke, either I knew them, or they were so tough you didn't stand a prayer at pushing me back." Host Brady Walsh commented on the outcome, saying, "We missed John Conte, of course. You needed a full house, and we needed a bigger score on our side of that run. But that's just the way it is." Despite the loss, the affable presenter assured the participants that their efforts weren't in vain, as they would each take home £1,000 for their chosen charities. The episode in question originally aired last year, yet it took until a recent Saturday afternoon repeat for the moment to resurface in the public consciousness. In this special installment, instead of ordinary contestants, Labbett squared off against a quartet of stars. Raj Bisram, an engaging antiques expert best known to television audiences for his numerous appearances on Antiques Roadshow. Danielle Harold, celebrated for her role as Lola Pierce in the BBC soap EastEnders. John Conte, a former professional boxer regarded as one of Britain's finest light heavyweight champions. And Roger Black, the retired Olympic medalist who once thundered down the 400-meter track. The stakes were different in celebrity specials. Rather than individual winnings, the 4-star contestants fought for a charity jackpot. Antiques guru Bisram and soap star Harold got the team off to a flying start by securing a sizable sum of cash during their respective head-to-head rounds with Labbett. The mood in the studio crackled with anticipation when, at the age of 74, John Conte, who amassed fame and adoration during a decorated boxing career in the 1970s, stepped up to face off against the all-knowing Chaser. Few fighters in British boxing history boast the legacy of John Conte. Born in Liverpool in 1951, Conte turned professional in 1971 and quickly ascended through the ranks thanks to a combination of swift footwork, sharp jabs, and an ironclad chin. By 1974, he had clinched both the British and Commonwealth light heavyweight titles, and in 1977, he famously defeated Venezuelan champion Vicente Rondon, becoming the WBC World Light Heavyweight Champion. Conte successfully defended his title 3 times before relinquishing it in 1978. But his status as an icon in the sport never waned. Even decades later, his contributions to boxing are celebrated by fans and pundits alike. Back on the chase, news of Conte's participation generated buzz, not only among quiz enthusiasts, but also in boxing circles. Witter's calm demeanor and years spent studying opponents in the ring translate into the mental agility required to outwit one of television's most fearsome quizzes. The studio audience leaned forward as Conte approached the podium, clad in a sharp suit and exuding the relaxed confidence of a champion. When the formalities concluded, Mark Labbett greeted Conte with his trademark gravitas, opening the exchange with the words, "Good evening, John. It's not often I say this, but it's an honor, sir, to meet you." The admission was startling from a man whose public persona typically blends stern professionalism with razor-sharp wit.